cold. Cold. 4 miles, 34 minutes, 8:16 pace. You know, once you have it together, you would just... Yeah, it's cold, but I'm still running. And if you guys haven't checked out the rock and roll marathon video I put up about a month and a half ago, please check it out. It's really for a good cause. It's for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. You guys raised over $1,500 through my channel for them. And so that's really, really awesome. I really appreciate it. But today's not about running, and today's not about lawn mowing. Today's about doing a review on a commercial pressure wash surface cleaner, the BE 14-inch Whirl-A-Way, and I got it right here. Dan. Dan. What? Oh, sorry. Okay, so like I said, we got the BE 14-inch Whirl-A-Way. Okay, that's what we're going to be working with today. That's what we're doing this review on. So this is a surface cleaner. If you guys have followed my channel, you know I was a really big, what's the word, advocate maybe, for the Briggs & Stratton 15-inch surface cleaner. And I went ahead and used that in a lot of videos. In fact, I just used it recently, and I'll link to that, the HOA violator, where we pressure washed her driveway and sidewalk and everything, and it did a fantastic job. So that's a pretty good video there. And that was the last use I got out of that Briggs & Stratton surface cleaner. The nylon bristles started coming apart on me. The thing was like a year and a half, 2 years old maybe. I don't remember. But it was old, and it was like 80 bucks or 70, excuse me, 70 or $80. You can get it on Amazon. I linked to it in my description below, and the pressure wash tools I use, so you could check that out on Amazon and order one of those. I got videos on how to do maintenance on them with greasing them and stuff like that. Important stuff to keep that low cost homeowner model surface cleaner going. But this now is the next level up, and this is the 14-inch BE Whirlaway. They call it the original BE Whirlaway 14-inch. This is a high pressure surface cleaner. It's rated up to 8 gallons per minute, 4,000 PSI. It's got a recommended operating pressure of up to 3,600 with a max of 4,000. So you can use this, basically, we're going to use it today with my 3,600 PSI 4 gallon per minute pump. We're going to check it out on a neighbor's sidewalk real quick. She's out of town, so we'll do a little area there. Usually in the spring she has me hook up her house, you know, her pressure washing and all that. So we'll just go ahead and knock out an area I know we're going to be doing here shortly anyways, just so we could try it out. Can't do it at my house because I already did my yard. It works the same way as the Briggs & Stratton does. You got a 1/4 inch quick connect coupler right here. All right. Some differences though between a homeowner's model and a commercial model, and I don't mean to pick on the Briggs & Stratton. I think it was a fantastic tool, and I do highly recommend it. But the next level up is going to be a commercial grade. And when you look at this swivel head right here, I mean, it's just so much stronger, heavy duty. It's going to work better for you. There's nothing to really take apart. You don't have to mess with anything in here, like the surface cleaner, the Briggs & Stratton one. You know, we would flip it over and we would grease it, and I show you guys all how to do that. I'm not sure if there's a filter in here or not. I got to look through the book and see. The Briggs & Stratton had a filter in here that you can unscrew. I bet there might be something like that in here. I just can't see because I'm a blind melon, as my kids like to call me. So I'd have to get a flashlight, shove it in there, and see if there's a little flat tip or something to take it apart. But this isn't a maintenance. This is just a review. We're just going to do a walk around right now with this thing. It's got a real heavy plastic shell here, and like I said, this is super heavy duty right here. This is high class right here. But this shell is really important that this stays in good shape. So if you got something that's old and the bristles and the shell aren't in good shape, you're going to want to replace it because this is what keeps you safe from rock and debris kicking up in your face and stuff like that, or splattering on a house. So you want this to be good, and this is definitely thick and solid. This machine, this unit is heavy. The shipping weight was 8 pounds, and it only came with this in a plastic bag in a cardboard box. So you got to figure this thing's going to weigh about 7 pounds right here, at least. Underneath, it's very basic. It's very simple. You got your what's this thing called right here? You know what? It actually has it broken down. The rotary arm. See this? This right here is broken down right here in the book. So it tells you what your parts and pieces are and stuff like that. So that's called a rotary arm. The rotary arm is definitely big, thick, and juicy. I like my pork loins. But this is definitely a thick rotary arm here. And again, I'm not trying to pick on the Briggs & Stratton, but just for comparison purposes, you remember that was just a small tube that was bent, and then you had your tips screwed in. So these are 20-degree tips, I believe I saw, which is pretty, you know, close tips. So you got the two of them going, and these tools, you know, these surface cleaners are meant to stop you from getting, you know, what's called tiger stripes. Just with the wand, and it's, you know, you get little stripes in what you're doing. So this really helps with that. All in all, this machine, this unit, I should say, is about twice as heavy as the Briggs & Stratton, the homeowner model. And then I also used the Home Depot had a red one, and I've tried that, and my machine, my 3600 pump, 4 gallon per minute pressure washer, destroyed 2 or 3 like that. I mean, like in 20 minutes, I had to box it back up, take it back to Home Depot, get another one off their shelves, start working, box it up, take it right back to Home Depot, and just tell them their stuff was crap. It wasn't, I mean, it's for, you know, your smaller BILT type pressure washers. But then I got the Briggs & Stratton, and the Briggs & Stratton lasted a really long time, even with my 3600 4 gallon per minute pump. So this should last basically forever and a day. So what we're going to do now, we'll go ahead and we'll put this thing to use, and I'll give you guys, you know, my thoughts on it. And like I said, I link it below. You can get these on Amazon. You can get these at other sites. I use Amazon for most of my stuff. I'm a Prime member, so I recommend you guys try it. You get movies for you and the kids, you know, to watch with the Prime. $99 a year, I think it is. Sometimes you can get it half off, and you get free shipping in 48 hours with everything that you order. So not just parts for your pressure washer or your lawnmower, but, you know, parts for your house and things that your wife and family want, stuff like that. But that's the principle of how this thing works. These tips are angled a little bit, so with it angled back and this one angled this way, that forces the arm to swing, to swivel like this. And this thing will swivel faster than an airplane's propeller. I don't know how fast this thing will rotate, but it rotates really fast and makes a nice clean surface. So we'll go ahead and put this thing to use. I'll get the pressure washer fired up, and we'll take it from there. Hey, something I wanted to mention before we get started. You guys are going to have questions. You guys will usually have like some technical questions, and I usually can't answer them for sure, I guess, but this I can actually answer for sure. One question you guys might have, can you use this with a hot water pressure washer? Yes, you can, up to a maximum of 180 degrees. All right, but what it says maximum water temperature 180 degrees Fahrenheit, 85 degrees Celsius. All right, it says this Whirl-A-Way is designed to operate with cold water pressure washers. We do not recommend the use of hot water, as the nylon brush skirt will soften and wear prematurely, voiding any warranty. So that's this skirt right here. So if you get this all hot and bothered with hot water and stuff like that, basically it's saying that these are going to get really soft from the heat and get all screwed up. And if this gets screwed up, your job gets screwed up because crap flies everywhere. All right, so hot water says to stay below 180 degrees Fahrenheit or 85 degrees Celsius. Your maximum pressure is 4,000 psi. Says it right there. Recommended pressure. So when you say, can I use this with my such and such? Recommended pressure 2,000 to 3,600 psi. Okay, and like I said, this right here is 1/4 inch quick connect. That's going to be what's popular on most of your wands. You're probably not going to have much luck using this with like electric pressure washers or anything like that, all right? You really do need to have it up there around 2,000, 3,000 PSI, and you're really looking for, you know, really as close as possible to 2 gallons per minute on your pump flow. All right, so if you can get around there, I'm sure this thing will work just fine. Okay, so that's some of the technical questions you guys are going to have. It doesn't give me any maintenance stuff. Like, it doesn't say before you begin you have to do this or you have to do that. Everything seems to be a sealed unit. And it does have a 6-month warranty on. There's no warranty on the brushes, okay? But it does have a 6-month warranty on the rotary head. This is your rotary head right here. Okay, this provides your rotation. This is not your rotary head. This is your rotary head. Okay, this has a warranty, 6 months. So if something happens, boom. Something that is kind of good about this is BE does have separate parts that you can buy, a lot easier than like your Briggs & Stratton and stuff like that. So once you purchase this unit, what was it like? It was like, I don't. You got to check the link, but it was like $100, $110 I think, with shipping, or maybe, I don't remember. I've seen them for all different prices. They're somewhere between 100 to 125, 130 bucks with shipping, and it comes just like you see, ready to connect to a wand, you know, to a long lance. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get this thing going now. Okay, quarter inch. Hopefully you see this. Just pops on. That's it. A lot quieter than the Briggs. My pressure wash needs to warm up. For rocks.
That thing's a lot quieter.
Yeah, it's a lot quieter.
It's not as bad as the other one.
Nah.
That was a good upgrade.
Yeah. This is so much quieter. And it keeps the water trapped too.
The other one just flared out water.
It's got some power.
It's blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's very powerful than the other one.
It is. Just to rinse it off. This is a review, and I'm not paid by BE to do this review, but I also wasn't paid by Briggs & Stratton, and I told you guys all the pros and cons of the Briggs & Stratton. So using the BE here, right off the bat, one thing I want you guys to pay attention to is I'm having a really hard time controlling the head. I can't keep it on the ground flat and move. It wants to kick up or down, and because this is on an angle here, I can't control. It swivels too damn much. I can't control this. So watch how I struggle to control this head as I make progress on the sidewalk. See right off the bat, you see how I lose control. Keeping positive right here. I'm really keeping a positive grip on this wand, controlling the head. Almost got away from it. There it goes again. See, I'm trying to lift it up and angle it and go along the edge like I could easily do with the Briggs & Stratton. I can't do it with this one as easy. Maybe backwards. Can't do it. Just can't get that angle. Look how soaked I am. Look at this. Look how soaked I am. I am soaked.
Are you also pressure washing it?
No, this is just a black tip.
Oh, you're just getting off the dirt?
I'm just rinsing off the loose dirt. Right off the bat, the thing does a good job. It works well. It's heavy duty, it's commercial, and it'll last you a lifetime. And it's not expensive. It's about $40 more maybe than the Briggs & Stratton that you can get. I linked to that below to Amazon. You could find them at Lowe's as well, but a lot of people don't have a Lowe's by then, so just go to my Amazon link. I'm sure this thing will outlast the Briggs & Stratton by a long shot. I mean, but I had a Briggs & Stratton for over a year, so did quite a bit of work with it. So that's the pros of this. Durable, efficient, and you know, cost effective, I should say. The cons, I cannot control it. I cannot control this the way. See, the Briggs & Stratton, this right here is dead in the middle, and it only goes this way and that way. It's dead in the middle, and it gives you positive control where you can lift up and move your wand left and right, and you can control what you're doing. This, and it floats really well. This is like, I don't know, you got to find the right amount of down pressure with your hand to hold it down, to where you can still move it without the front of it catching and then flipping over, or moving it to the side and it flipping over. I haven't found that yet. I have to say at first shot, if I had this or the Briggs & Stratton, I would grab the Briggs & Stratton over this for two reasons. One, it's easier to maneuver, and two, it's less expensive. And if the Briggs & Stratton only lasts me a year or two, at the amount of homes that I did, well worth it for that cost. But if I didn't have the Briggs & Stratton and I just went right out and said, well, I got a 4,000 PSI unit, 6 gallons per minute, I'll blow up that Briggs & Stratton. Yeah, you need something like this. Then have patience. I'm willing to bet by the time I got done with this whole yard, I'll be a pro at this like I was with the Briggs. But at first use, this was really difficult to use compared to the Briggs & Stratton. But still a hell of a lot easier than not having one at all. Because trying to do this crap with just a wand, screw that. So, I don't know. All in all, I'd give this thing 3 out of 5 stars. But I'm sure by the end of a total yard that I do, or a total concrete surface that I do at a customer's house, I'll probably have it more up closer to a 4 out of 5. So, alright, well, that's it. I hope this helps you guys out, gives you an idea, and answers some of y'all's questions about, you know, going a little bit more powerful, you know, with a little bit more powerful pump than what, you know, just a Troy BILT or something off the shelf at Walmart. If you got something a little bit more heavier duty, you need something heavier duty like this. And this is okay. Just give yourself time to get used to it. Cool? We straight? Let me finish this up and we outie.